Christmas, without a doubt, is the best time of the year. And when you combine the Christmas spirit with cartoons, there's nothing better. Don't you agree? That's exactly what happens in Masha and The Beaar, which has some great Christmas episodes. One of them is called Friends Forever and brings a valuable lesson for all of us, regardless of our age. In the episode, we see how Masha tries to get rid of her oldest toys that have been with her since she was a baby. All of this just to get new gifts and toys. And when she goes to sleep, she dreams of the toys leaving in a melancholic way. Then, the little girl changes her mind and puts all of them back in their places. This shows that the most important thing about Christmas is not the presents, but the memories we have with people who make us feel good, like family and friends. In the end, Masha promises to continue being a good girl.
Nothing will replace you.
But will Masha be at least a little less mischievous? We don't know, but you can be sure that we have more Christmas specials that show everyone the Christmas spirit and warmth this fantastic time brings. It would be impossible not to have the cutest cartoon of recent years on this list. Bluey! The show has 2 Christmas episodes and 2 shorts as well. In the episode Veranda Santa, the Healer family gathers to welcome Santa Claus. They take it very seriously when their dad says that naughty kids don't get presents. While they play, Bluey is bitten by Socks and she excludes her from the game so that, according to Bluey, Socks learns not to be naughty and stop biting others.
Oh, my teddy bear. Ow! Socks! Dad, Socks bit me!
Chili and Bandit then explain to Bluey that being good to others is not because of Christmas presents, but because it's the right thing to do. Bluey apologizes, and Socks, in her own way, apologizes too. And then everyone, including us, understands the spirit of kindness that is always revived at Christmas, thanks to Bluey's lessons. Stay tuned, because we will talk more about Bluey on our list. Christmas and Disney are a perfect match, don't you agree? There isn't just one, but several Christmas specials made by the world's largest animation company. One of them was released in 2001 called Mickey's Magical Christmas, snowed in at the House of Mouse, where many Disney characters gather at the Mouse's house for a Christmas event. And when the event ends, they can't leave because of a heavy snowstorm, so they spend the rest of the night watching various Disney Christmas cartoons and specials, mixed with interview moments and even appearances by villains. All this while trying to make Donald lose his bad mood and awaken his Christmas spirit. This only happens in the end, showing that a good friendship is one of the most important things about Christmas, and we will never be alone as long as we have friends to rely on. And since Christmas is a time to give and receive good things, how about giving us the honor of being our subscriber? We're sure Santa Claus will take note of this good deed for you. Even the amazing world of Gumball has a Christmas episode called Christmas. It starts on Christmas Eve when we see Richard running over Santa Claus himself. Well, that's the Christmas spirit in the Watterson family style.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
At first, the family believes that it's just an ordinary beggar, and after their children's pleading looks, Nicole agrees to take the amnesiac stranger home. Everyone, except Nicole, who had a disappointment with Santa Claus in her childhood, thinks the beggar is really Santa Claus, which turns out to be true after Richard causes another concussion to the character, and he regains his memory. Despite the jokes, the episode helps us think about how we can help others and never lose faith that good things can happen, especially if we do what is right. Like writing letters to the North Pole and not the South Pole, as Nicole did for several years.
Dad?
Ho, 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 ho.
Santa!
Right.
Well, folks, Christmas is such a wonderful time that it's celebrated even under the sea, in Bikini Bottom. Even Squidward can set aside his bad mood and dress up as Santa Claus to liven up SpongeBob's festivities. The burger flipper is so thrilled with the surprise that he almost faints. And you can be sure that meeting Santa Claus was a dream come true for SpongeBob SquarePants. Squidward ends up giving presents to practically all the residents of Bikini Bottom, leaving himself with nothing, so that SpongeBob wouldn't be sad to discover that Santa Claus didn't exist. At least, not under the sea. At least that's what he thought until he received a thank you letter from Santa Claus for his help, which shows us that helping others without expecting anything in return, except for happiness and joy, is part of the Christmas spirit, even for Squidward. He's nicer than I imagined, don't you agree?
Merry Christmas! I'm insane.
Remember when we talked about how Bluey has 2 Christmas shorts? Well, they are extremely adorable and seem to take place right after the events of the Veranda Santa episode. The first one, released in 2020, is called Crazy Christmas Light, and we see Bingo discovering how the Christmas tree lights work. And I have to say, Bingo is just too cute, and that warms anyone's heart. The other short is really cool, and is called Jingle Bells, showing the 2 sisters sneaking up to the trees just to sing a super sweet and funny version of the traditional Christmas song. Even poor Batman and Robin didn't escape this improvised song. Now, listen to that laughter and tell me it's not the pure spirit of Christmas.
What are you kids doing?
Even the world's most famous green ogre and his family have a Christmas special where Shrek needs to learn how to do everything related to Christmas at the last minute. He, Fiona, and the kids manage to do well in all the steps, like decorating the house and even choosing the Christmas tree, until the whole gang shows up as a surprise to spend Christmas with the ogre family. And after getting really annoyed with his friends, Shrek realizes that even though it's his first Christmas, his friends are his family too. He even creates the story of Shrek Noel so that everyone can sleep, making Christmas Eve magical. Except for the gingerbread man, who is terrified of Santa Claus. But since we know you're not a gingerbread man, comment below with #Christmas and tell us what you love most about this time of the year. Speaking of Disney once again, let's talk about another Christmas special called Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas from 2002, which brings 3 different Christmas stories, one of them involving Donald Duck and his nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And all the relatives and loved ones are at the dinner, like Uncle Scrooge, Aunt Matilda, and Daisy. And together they share the Christmas dinner, showing that the most important thing is to be together during life's most important moments. Even in superhero cartoons, we can see some beautiful lessons involving the most loving time of the year. In Justice League, the show that brings together the greatest superheroes of Earth, there's an episode dedicated exclusively to this important celebration. In it, amazing things happen, such as Martian Manhunter, who is the last of his kind, spending Christmas with the Kent family at Superman's invitation. And there he remembers how important it is to be with loved ones. And the Christmas spirit is so heartwarming and contagious that even the villain, the ultra-humanoid gorilla who had just escaped from prison, feels compelled to help Flash on Christmas Eve, delivering a much-desired gift for the children of Central City, even if it means going back to prison. Once again showing that even some villains feel the spirit of Christmas and helping others. Finally, we have a short film made by a bank called Erste Group in Eastern Europe, telling the story of a world inhabited by animals in a style similar to Zootopia, which follows the story of a student who starts attending a new school. The problem is that he is a hedgehog, and no matter how much the other kids like him, his spines make them keep their distance, so they won't get hurt, unfortunately. As a solution, they all come together and give their classmate a gift, but when he opens it, he realizes there's nothing inside except small pieces of styrofoam. And that was precisely the gift. Small pieces they individually place on their classmates' spines so they can, at least during Christmas, the most loving time of the year, hug their friend without fear of getting hurt. This is an absolutely fabulous and touching message about how affection and caring are 2 of the most important feelings at any time of the year, but especially at Christmas. These 10 Christmas references and appearances are simply amazing. So, we've compiled them just to show you how the holiday season can be a magical time filled with fond memories. And, as is customary, it's always good to give presents during this time. So we've left 2 videos for you to watch. Have fun!